we're going to be releasing a mobile application. It's going to be kind of a countdown. This is we're looking at launching a mobile application. The target date, and we're not going to guarantee anything. And this is not going to be a hard date. It's going to be a soft date. But we're going to do everything that we can to launch it the beginning of May 1st. All right. Now we've done great so far with all of our projections. We've hit absolutely every one of our goals. But what we're looking at when it comes to a mobile application is this. It is a mobile application. I'm going to build it up a little bit, okay, before I actually announce what it is. I got to build it up a little bit. I got to have some fun with this, okay? Here's what it is. It's a mobile application that is a stand-alone retail mobile application. It's a mobile application that has tremendous value, that brings tremendous benefit to people, that's 100% retail. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is that everybody that is in ILA today will absolutely want this, and it will benefit them, absolutely guaranteed. However, if someone's not in ILA, they can benefit from it as well. And it is a mobile application that actually has some a track record in the marketplace. It's actually been in the market, and we're bringing it into ILA and marketing it in our business. And it's called ILA. It's going to be called ILA Tax Shield. ILA Tax Shield. And what it does is this. It is for anybody who has a business, who's in business for themselves, for tracking their tax deductions. Now, the majority of this is going to be in the U.S., okay? The majority is in the U.S. The people who are in the U.S. are going to benefit from it most. However, if you're outside of the U.S., listen, you can benefit from it as well. Because if you know anybody in the U.S., then those are going to be your customers. Also, it's applicable to some of the folks in Canada as well, because from what I understand, many of the people in Canada have similar deductions, and you can use it as well. See, the reality of the matter is this. The vast majority of people that are in business for themselves, and when I say the vast majority, I mean 90% plus, conservatively speaking 90%. 90%, listen, if you're on this call right now, the chances are you're leaving money on the table to the tune of hundreds of dollars a month. For real. The majority of people just simply don't know the power of what they have in their hands, in their arsenal, so to speak, when it comes to the business that they have. If you're in business for yourself, listen, the tax code is written for people that have their own business. And the tax write-offs that you have are absolutely tremendous. And the reality is it just simply goes over a lot of people's heads. So we're looking so forward to being able to do a number of different things. First of all, to give you a tool, a mobile application that's going to track your deductions. But not only that, we're going to be giving people an education, educating people as to how much money you can keep in your pocket. It's this idea of, it's not necessarily just how much you make, but it's how much you can keep. Okay? How much money do you keep? Are you giving Uncle Sam more than you need to? Chances are, yeah. The reality is that there are good, solid, legitimate tax write-offs that people just neglect to take advantage of. Let me give you an example. I live an hour outside of Portland. If I drive to Portland for something, that's an hour there and an hour back. And, I could have some errands to do in there. However, if I make an effort to do some business there too, whether it be touch base with someone, share a card with someone, share with them about ILA, guess what? It's now a business trip. Those miles, they can be written off. And listen, that's not some kind of slick loophole. That's legit. It's legit. Similarly with a meal. If you go out to dinner and you enjoy dinner, you eat out, well, guess what? If you share with someone about your business, and that at that time You've conducted business in that meal. That's a write-off. Well, here's what this app will do. By the way, traditionally, this app on the market has a retention rate of 90%, a 90% retention rate. The people that use it like it, they keep it. So that on this mobile app, you'll be able to, for example, you take a trip, you turn it on, and it'll track the miles on the trip. You can put into, you can program into it a card that you use for expenses, and it'll bring it up, and you indicate what expenses it is for that are business expenses. It logs it all in and formats it in a way to where you can print it up. You see, CPAs have their spoke into it. There was the voices of CPAs that went into it also that said, listen, as CPAs, what we're going to want to see is this. Here's what we're going to want to see. We want to see it formatted in a certain way. So you can print it up, format it for your accountant. Okay? Another thing that it has, and I absolutely love this. Oh man, I'm probably stealing some thunder. I should let Ruth talk about this because I know that Ruth likes this. But one other thing I want to mention about this, and I absolutely love it. It's the blue bar. Okay, the power of the blue bar. It's got a couple bars that it shows. One's a red bar, and that's your business expenses, how much your business costs. Then you've got a blue bar. That's how much you're saving as a result of the application. And I tell you what, it's just absolutely powerful. You can walk in and share this with anybody who has a business. And here's one of the things I love about this. There's two kinds of people. Two kinds of people right now. Number one, you're in business. Well, you know what? If you're in business, you need the app. It's just very simple. Just get the app, use it. It's an absolute no-brainer. You absolutely need the app. Get the app, keep money in your pocket. Or how about this? What if someone's not in business for themselves and they're not enjoying the tax advantages of having their own business? Well, then guess what? It's good that we're talking because you can get one going for $9.95 a month. You're not going to get into business for yourself for less than $10 a month. If someone uses this, if someone understands the value of their business, just having it, no one will ever want to quit ILA, period. And we've had some people in the field that have been using this, and Ruth is one of them. And I know that Ruth has been enjoying the app. And Ruth, if you take a couple of minutes just to share your experience with the app, and I know that you've enjoyed it, just feel free to share whatever's on your mind when it comes to the app.
Well, first of all, I'm so glad that it's out of the bag because everybody's been hounding me, and I've run into so many people that I just wanted to share it with.
And you have passed the test, by the way. I know that you've been diligent not to share with people because I've talked to people who said Ruth has been good. She's
I have. I tell people all the time my credibility is all that I'm going to take to the grave with me, and I wish I could share it with you, but I can't. But just hang on. John's going to announce it. So, in fact, I've got an email that is ready. I'm going to blast it out as soon as we get off of this call. But when Matt first shared it with me, I thought, oh, my God, because I am so delinquent when I'm getting in my vehicle, and for most of us that do business from home, your mileage is a huge, huge deduction. Now, this is coming from somebody that has made a lot of money in this industry, and I am audited all the time. All the time. And I am always delinquent in writing my mileage down and where I went. And this app has changed all of that. With a push of a button, it logs everything. I get reminders. Do you still want to continue? I love the blue bar, and I love being able to, at the click of a button, to add something to a certain trip or to deduct it for this or that expense. And it has absolutely transformed my business life. No more do I have to spend hours and hours and millions of pieces of paper and millions of receipts, because I take advantage of as many tax deductions as I can being self-employed, as all of us should. I'm legal, but I take advantage of how the tax code was written. This has just totally transformed that. And John, I cannot tell you how glad I am this is out of the bag now, because I am going to share it with the world. People, I cannot tell you, every single business owner in the United States and Canada anyway, and even for some of you listening in Australia, I know that you have some deductions that this will track for you as well. And other countries I can't speak to, but it has transformed me business-wise. And I cannot speak enough about the ILA Tax Shield. It is a game changer. We're the only MLM that has it, and folks, everybody will need it. So many of you come up to me and say, I have other friends in other MLMs, and they just want to stay focused on what they're doing. Let them stay focused. Just sell them this app. I guarantee they're going to come build it, because they're going to want to share it with all their friends as well. That's what's going to happen. So, John, just thank you for bringing this app to the table. It has saved me time and money in so many ways already. And like I said, I'm so glad the cat's out of the bag. Finally, I can breathe. So back
thank
to
you so much for sharing that. I mean, and what you said is so true. Absolutely. What a huge market with the network marketers, right, Ruth?
Absolutely.
I mean, every network marketer needs it, period.
Yeah, every construction worker. Every contractor. I mean, the list is so endless. You can walk into CPA's offices and say, how would you like to offer this to your clients? Because they do taxes for people that are self-employed. Hello?
Man, Ruth, that's huge. I keep thinking about all these different markets and stuff. That one's huge. CPAs.
It is.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, everybody out there is writing down their CPAs, and they're going to go to the yellow pages now.
It's true. Every CPA is now an associate.
Yep.
Big time. Big time. Here's another one. Folks, think about this. You can walk into, and you know what? I'm going to do some of this. I'm going to do some of this for a day or two, just to see what can be done in a day. Okay? Because you can walk right into an insurance agency, and boom, all of them. It's just bring them all on board. You can walk into a real estate office, and every realtor there, bring them on board. And here's what's cool. Okay, so here's some details that you're going to want to know about. How much this thing cost? What about the cost and the pay? Here's what we're looking at this. Now this is really powerful. This has historically been marketed at $19.95 a month. And at $19.95 a month, there's a 90% retention rate. Now, we're the first ones bringing it to the market through network marketing, through you guys, through network marketing, so that you guys can get paid on it. And here's what's powerful. I personally have never heard of what I'm about to say. Now, historically and traditionally speaking, within network marketing, if you've got something that's marketed in a retail setting, if you then start marketing it through a network marketing channel, usually it's more expensive. As a matter of fact, that's one of the criticisms of network marketing. It's like, everything's so expensive. Everything's so expensive because you have to pay commission on it for so many people. That makes sense, right? That's why everything is so expensive with network marketing. Well, listen to this. I've never even heard of this before. It's less. We're going to be bringing it to the market for $9.95 a month. $9.95. And whoever has it, it's 100% customers. So this is everybody that we have, they're going to be customers. And what that means is this. As far as the payout goes, it will fit into the matrix just like, it pays out just like an associate. But it's not forced. In other words, you can have 20, 30, 100, 300 customers right direct to you. That's what that means. You can personally have as many customers as you want. You can walk into that insurance agency and pick up 20 customers, bam, within 15 minutes. And that's going to pay you just like they were associates. So it would be $1, okay? But you know what? That's really pretty cool because you can do that in 15 minutes and give yourself, and that's $20 a month, every month, month after month. So that's residual. And what that means is that you can have someone on your second level with 20 customers, and you would get 80 cents on all of those customers there. So if you have associates in your organization that have customers, you'll get paid on those customers just like they were an associate. But the only difference is, so in other words, here's another way to put it. It's ancillary to the matrix, okay? And it's unlimited. Anything that you have now, double it. As far as the income goes, double it. But it's going to be more than double. And by the way, the same thing goes with all of the matching bonuses too. Powerful, very powerful, because you'll get matching bonuses on all that too. Because if you've got someone, if you're an executive associate and you've got someone with a ton of customers, you're going to get matching bonuses on that too. Now, here's one of the things that I'm genuinely excited about. My history in network marketing is I'm a two-company guy. All right, I've not hopped around. I'm a two-company guy. I started with a service. I'm kind of a service guy. There are some fantastic, really good products out there, but you know what? I've never really been a product guy. The first one, I was working with a service company, and then and I did well with that. I was at the top of the management level, and I was making some money with that. And then the leadership of the company adjusted the compensation plan and basically chased everybody off. It was a tragic story. They shot themselves in the foot, chased everybody away. So then I helped a friend. When I say I helped a friend start a company, not as a with the corporate side of things, but I was in the field helping him start the company, and he was working with a lot of different services. We were working with energy and cell phones and health benefits and a number of different services. But that company actually decided to get rid of all of their services and start working with a product. That was before I started ILA. Now, here's the reason I bring all of this up. The reason I bring all of this up is that I have never, and I'm not saying this just because it's our company. I'm saying this with all of the confidence and conviction in the world that I have never been so satisfied, so happy with what I have to bring to the market in ILA and ILA Tax Shield. I mean, it's everything that a person can really want. There's so much to work with. And you know what? We've got another one coming that's just going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. But, I look at this and I think, what if I really put my skeptic's glasses on and I say, is there any objection whatsoever to this thing? Why would anybody ever say no to using this app? Well, I'll tell you what, there's only one thing that I can think of, and that is if someone were to say, you know what, looks like a neat app, looks like there's good value to it, but you know what, I could see getting that app and not really being disciplined enough to use it, and just kind of have it and neglect it. Well, I tell you what, if that's the case, then I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that you're with us, because that's what we're about with ILA. We're about personal development and maximizing your full potential in all areas of life. And we want to encourage people and educate people to be wise stewards of their finances, and to not leave hundreds of dollars a month on the table. Why would anybody ever do that? Why would you want to leave hundreds of dollars on the table? You see, here's the thing. If someone's listening to what I'm saying, and if you don't really see, if a person's not really excited about it, here's the reason why. It's because they don't know. They don't know the power of it. And you know what? That's okay. We don't know what we don't know. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to be giving people education on managing your finances, education on maximizing your tax deductions. Very, very powerful. And here's what's going to happen. Your business, if you're diligent, okay, If you're diligent to really take advantage of this, your business is going to explode. So here's the call to action, okay? We're going to be building towards this, towards it. I mean, it is a big thing to build towards. Like Ruth is saying, she's locked and loaded. Ruth is locked and loaded. She's got her email ready to go. She's going to get after it. And here's what you can do. Build your organization. Invite people to ILA. And encourage them to do the same thing, to get their 3, to advance in management levels, to managing associate, senior associate, executive associate. Because what's going to happen with this, it's kind of like it's going to be like a popcorn popping. You know, you start off with just a couple popping here and there, but then I tell you what, as time goes on and as word spreads, and more people start coming on with ILA Tax Shield, it's just going to absolutely explode. Absolutely explode. And folks, I tell you what, nothing but good. Nothing but good in the future. You're at the right place at the right time. We've got a powerful, powerful dynamic duo with these 2 apps. The ability for people to, you know, pursue and have a vision for excellence with ILA, the original app, and then also for managing their wealth and taking advantage of tax deductions with ILA Tax Shield. Both $9.95 a month. And I'll tell you what, you want to talk about retention? You can build something. And here's what I love about this. If you are diligent with this, you build it one time, and it is solid residual. And I mean walk-away residual.